just rewatched that clip of backing the truck into the shop and realized I have a bad reverse light, so we gotta add that to the list of things to do. If you guys missed the last video, this is my new to me 2004 Chevy Silverado Duramax 66 LOI. Just picked it up a couple of days ago, so definitely watch that last video if you guys missed out on it. Brought it over to the shop. I actually haven't even shown you guys. I actually have a shop here in Florida since I've moved back from Alabama. Really need to do an update video and kind of show you guys around. We brought the truck up to the shop because over the next couple of days I'm going to be peeling off this tent. Once again, if you guys caught the last video, you'll kind of already know about this, but the tent is pretty rough. So we gotta go ahead and remove all this, remove all the purplish filling. You can definitely see it now that it's inside. I tried to show it in the last video, but you couldn't really see it. But it's just purple, and it's just, you know, just pretty rough. So we're gonna go ahead and remove all the bad film and replace it. I'm just gonna actually tint the back 3 windows and leave the front 2 just clear, because with the truck being pretty stock, I think it would just look better when we go to sell the truck with no tint on the windows. Another thing I didn't really show is this dash is in pristine. I know I showed a little bit about the steering wheel over there in the last video, but I really didn't comment on how great this dash was. I mean, for it being the original one. Which reminds me, what the cool thing about this truck is, whenever I bought it from the original owners, and they gave me a fat stack of paperwork, which I believe I have in this other seat. But that's why I was gonna make this video, because some of you guys might find this stuff boring, but this is the stuff that is so cool to me. They gave me this fat stack of paperwork that I was just going through, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what I found. So when we bought the truck a couple of days ago, the couple actually gave me this brown binder and said, hey, you know, this is kind of just the maintenance records for the truck. So I just assumed it was just, you know, tire rotations, oil changes, just stuff of that nature. And so I didn't really go through it. But we got the title back, as you guys can see. Hunter Norris, 04 Chevy. So I was going ahead and put in the title with the rest of the paperwork, so I kind of kept everything together. And I decided to go ahead and go through some of the stuff. I don't want to go through it on camera because a lot of it still has their personal information, the previous seller's personal information, like his home address, email, stuff of that nature. And a lot of it is oil changes and stuff. I kind of pulled out a couple of the cool stuff, like this one right here. This is actually for the transfer flow, the tank. And as you can see, it's a 45 gallon. The guy wasn't too sure. He thought it was a 50 gallon, but he couldn't remember. But it has all the schematics for the tank. If you're curious on what he paid for it, it was, I think it was more than that actually. I thought I saw something more. Maybe not, maybe I was thinking of something else. But it was a little under $1,600 to get a 45 gallon fuel tank underneath the truck. Kind of give you a quick peek of it. But it's just, it's in a like a big steel case too. So it's kind of hard to see. You kind of see a little better view of it there. But transfer flow. So that's a 45 gallon tank. So obviously they dropped the stock tank, put a bigger one in there because he did a lot of traveling. They want to be stopping all the time. This one I meant to bring up in the last video and totally forgot. So right before, I think this was, so as you guys know, the truck has 171,000. And so it was in at 170. So this was pretty much 1,000 miles ago. So he replaced the fuel pressure regulator, fuel filter, fuel line replacement, primer housing seal kit, fuel line kit, engine, coolant, outlet O-ring, a bunch of stuff when it comes to fuel related. And the only thing he didn't change fuel related was the injectors. But 1,000 miles ago, he put pretty much $2,800 into the fuel system of this Duramax, which is great news for us. So pretty much everything fuel related besides the injectors have been replaced. I've done a little bit of research. I guess the LLY injectors are a little bit more reliable than a couple of the, I guess the LBZ ones. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, the LLY injectors are usually pretty good. So we have the Line-X envelope right here. This would be for the bed liner of the truck. Here's the installation guide for the roll and lock. This is for the bed cover. Don't know how much I showed of this in the last video, but it is a roll and lock, hence the name. It rolls and also locks, hardcover. They did say it's not too watertight, so not to put anything in there. So all that's cool, all this is cool, but the coolest thing is this right here. I could not believe this when I seen it. This is the original window sticker for the truck. So just to prove to you guys, 04 Silverado 2500. It is sandstone metallic is the color of it, but just remember the last 4 of the VIN, 4441. So we'll walk over here to the truck, just so you guys know I'm not screwing with you. 4441. So it's the actual window sticker that would have been on this truck 20 plus years ago. But you would not believe the price of this truck back in pretty much 03, because this is 04. Here's just the standard equipment on the truck, you know, just kind of the normal stuff. But right here is the good part. Standard vehicle price, $32,300. Then you come down, heavy duty power package, Duramax diesel, Allison 5-speed, $7,900, and you keep going down, $43,629. Now I'm poor, so when I saw that number, I was like, holy crap. Because I mean, you gotta think, let's just say $44,000. $44,000 in today's market for a truck is still crazy to me. Now imagine this back in '03. The reason I'm saying '03 is because it is '04, but this truck would have came out in '03. But I mean, $44,000 back in '03 for, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful truck, but that is just so crazy to me. I don't know what today's inflation, what that number would be today. Maybe someone that's smart in mathematics can let me know. But like, I saw that and I could not believe it. I don't know why I thought this truck would maybe be like 35 grand back in the day. I don't know why. Maybe I was just, naive. And not even that. It actually gets even more. I'll go ahead and show you this. So this is the actual dealer, sticker for it. So really, over $45,000 for this truck back in the day. And he made a good choice. I think it is gorgeous. I'm so glad he left it pretty much bone stock. But man, maybe I'm just over exaggerating it, but when I saw he paid $45,000 for this thing, I was just like mind blown. And the fact that he actually kept all this paperwork, I want to keep this window sticker so bad and just frame it and put it up in my garage. But I'm definitely gonna give it to the next guy that buys the trucks. I just think it's, if it's been with this truck for 20 plus years, it's got to keep going with it. I just think this is just one of the coolest things ever. You never see original window stickers, especially for a truck that came out 20 years ago. I know I've said that 3 times, but I just think that's the coolest thing. Definitely gonna be a hard truck to let go, but I'm excited for the next one. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and make a quick video showing you guys that. Super impressive that he's had so many records on this truck. This truck just keeps surprising me with how clean, well kept, and preserved it is. And I want to keep it so bad. But man, a lot of you guys mentioned that this truck would be 20K plus, in your area, even with 170,000 miles. I mean, that's just mind-boggling to me. Which I get it, 4-wheel drive diesel trucks are definitely a premium nowadays with, COVID and everything, but still crazy. But go ahead and end the video out here, guys. As always, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys appreciate this small, short little video. Just wanted to update you guys. I will do a video on the shop one day once I get around to it. But it's going to be up here for a few days. When I fix the window tint, I'll make sure to do a video on that. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.